Level 1. The kid nobody expected. You're 6 years old. West London, Hayes, near Heathrow. The planes roar overhead every few minutes. Your mum, Mina, saw an ad in the local paper, the Hayes Gazette, looking for kids to join a new football team. She signs you up. You don't even know what position you play. You just run. Your coach watches you for 30 seconds and stops the drill. He has never seen a 6-year-old move like that. Not here, not anywhere. Your father, Vincent, is Nigerian. Your mother, Mina, is French-Algerian. You were born in White City. You carry 3 worlds inside you and you don't even know it yet. At Hayes Under-7s, there's another kid from the neighbourhood, Bukayo Saka. 5 miles up the road. The two of you go head-to-head every weekend. The coaches call it the Michael and Bukayo show. Everyone can see it. You're different. You glide when others stomp. You think when others panic. Your coach, Michael Richards, tells your parents one day he's on a completely different stratosphere. They nod politely. They've heard it before, but this time the man means it. Level 2. Chelsea takes you. Then Chelsea breaks you. You're 7 years old. Arsenal notices you first, but Chelsea gets you. You spend 7 years in their academy. 7 years of drills, coaches, expectations and systems. The talent is undeniable, but you don't fit their mould. You're creative, unpredictable. You don't follow patterns. You break them. At 14, Chelsea releases you. No ceremony, no goodbye. Just a letter saying you're no longer needed. Your parents drive you home in silence. You stare out the window at the same London streets. Same planes overhead. You don't cry, you just go quiet. That's the thing about Michael Olise. He doesn't explode, he absorbs, he stores it, and he uses it later. Level 3. The wilderness years. Manchester City takes a chance on you. You're 15. For the first time, you're away from home, away from Hayes, away from Mina's cooking, away from everything familiar. The north of England is cold in every sense of the word. You struggle. Not with football, with everything else. The isolation, the homesickness. You leave. Most people would call that failure. You call it information. Back in London, a man named Sean Conlon works with you off the books. No academy, no contract, no scouts. Just you, a ball, and someone who believes. He puts you in a semi-pro 7-a-side league, men twice your age, physical, aggressive, experienced. You're 15. You're the best player on the pitch every single week. The opposition asks Sean how old you are. When he says 15, they don't believe him. Level 4. Reading. The place that said yes. You trial at Reading in August 2016. Coaches there do something different. They back your creativity instead of trying to fix it. They set standards, but they don't try to clone you. For the first time, someone builds a system around what you are, instead of punishing you for what you're not. You spend 3 years in their academy. Quiet years, learning years. Nobody outside Reading is talking about you yet. That's fine. March 2019. You're 17. Reading gives you your professional debut in the Championship. You become one of the youngest players in their history to appear at that level. You don't celebrate with noise. You just file it away. Another level cleared. Level 5. The Explosion. Season 2021. You're 19. Something unlocks. You finish the season with 7 goals and 12 assists in the Championship. The EFL names you Young Player of the Year. Clubs across Europe are suddenly pulling up your highlights. Crystal Palace watches. Palace bids. £8 million. Done. People act like it's a gamble. Crystal Palace buying an unproven kid. But Patrick Vieira sees what the scouts saw at Hayes Under-7s when you were 6. He sees someone who plays football like it's a conversation, not a fight. In October 2021, you become Crystal Palace's youngest scorer of the 21st century. You're 20 years old and you're just getting started. Level 6. France or England, the choice. This is where it gets complicated. You were born in England. Your father, Vincent, is Nigerian. Your mother, Mina, is French-Algerian. FIFA says you can choose any of 4 nations. England wants you, Nigeria wants you, Algeria wants you. But deep inside, you've always known. Your mother's culture, Paris. The blue shirt, Les Bleus. You debut for France under-18 at the Toulon tournament in 2019. The French system embraces you. They see the technical quality, the vision, the left foot that bends balls into corners that shouldn't exist. You rise through under-21s, and then Paris 2024, the Olympics. Thierry Henry calls you. I need you in this squad. You say yes before he finishes the sentence. Level 7. The Olympics. The moment France sees you. Paris 2024. Your mother's city. The Parc des Princes packed. You wear the number 11. You run at defenders with the confidence of someone who has nothing to prove and everything to give. You finish the tournament with 2 goals and 5 assists. France wins silver. You're named the best playmaker of the tournament. A nation of 67 million people learns your name over 6 days. But there's a shadow. The senior team hasn't called you yet. Didier Deschamps has his system, his favourites, his hierarchy. And for a 22-year-old winger who wasn't even born in France, breaking into Les Bleus is a different kind of challenge. It requires patience. You've been practicing patience since you were 14 and Chelsea showed you the door. Level 8. Bayern Munich. A £50 million transfer. July 2024. Vincent Kompany takes over Bayern Munich, the club that hadn't won the Bundesliga in a season. They need grit. They need creativity. They need someone who plays like it's a personal game. They pay £50 million. Crystal Palace releases you. You sign a 5-year contract. You're 22 years old. This is the most important moment of your career, and you go into it as if you've been here before. Your debut, a German Cup match, away to Ulm. You come on as a substitute in the 77th minute. 2 minutes later, you register an assist. The German press goes quiet for a moment and then erupts. Who is this guy? Bayern fans start watching your Crystal Palace highlights, then your Olympics clips. Then they understand. This is not a gamble. This is architecture. First Bundesliga season. 15 goals, 21 assists. Bayern win the title. You win Bundesliga Player of the Season. Coaches across Europe whisper your name. Is Michael Olise the best winger in the world right now? The answer, quietly, is yes. Level 9. France calls. For real this time. September 6th, 2024. France versus Italy. You pull on the senior Les Bleus shirt for the first time. France loses 3-1. It's not the debut you imagined, but you're there. You're in the room. From that moment, you don't leave. 17 caps, 7 goals. You become the player Deschamps builds his attack around heading into the 2026 World Cup. People forget what it took to get here. The London parks, Chelsea's rejection, the cold nights in Manchester, Reading's quiet faith, Crystal Palace's risk. They just see the number 17 shirt at Bayern, the left foot curling into the top corner from 25 metres, the drag back that leaves defenders frozen. They see the result, they don't see the road. Level 10. The World Cup. The final frontier. June 2026. North America. France arrives as one of the favourites. Kylian Mbappe leads the attack, Ousmane Dembele commands the left flank, and on the right, you, 24 years old, the quiet kid from Hayes who almost didn't make it. The boy Chelsea let go at 14. The teenager who left Manchester because home mattered more than ambition. The winger who chose France when he could have chosen 3 other countries. The stadium lights hit the pitch. 60,000 people. Global broadcast. Mina, somewhere in the stands. Franco-Algerian, watching her son wear the shirt of her country. Vincent, watching from London. Your brother Richard, coming up through the Chelsea Youth Academy, watching his older brother on the world's biggest stage. The whistle blows. You touch the ball for the first time. The defender comes at you. You don't slow down. You never slow down. You shift the ball to your left foot and the defender is gone, like he was never there. The crowd rises. This is what coach Michael Richards saw at Hayes Under-7s when you were 6. This is what Reading saw in 2016. This is what it was always building toward. Level 11. The Legacy. Here's what they won't write about in the history books. They won't write about Chelsea's letter. They won't write about the cold nights in Manchester. They won't write about Sean Conlon's Sunday League. They'll write about the goals and the titles and the trophies, but you'll remember every detail of the road, because the road is the reason the arrival feels like this. You are Michael Olise, born in White City, London, raised in Hayes, released at 14, rebuilt at 15, unstoppable at 24. You play for Bayern Munich. You play for France. You are, quietly and undeniably, one of the best footballers on the planet, and you're just getting started. There's another 6-year-old right now, somewhere in West London, watching you on a phone screen. Watching that left foot bend one into the corner, watching the crowd go crazy, watching France celebrate, and thinking, maybe that could be me. That kid doesn't know it yet, but the road is long. And it starts with a local paper ad and a coach who sees something in 30 seconds that takes the rest of the world years to recognise. This is not just a football story. This is what happens when talent survives rejection. When creativity outlasts conformity. When a kid from nowhere decides that nowhere is just a starting point.